The robot you have selected is equipped with a weapon that is banned in this tournament. You will have to remove the offending weapon, or choose a legal robot to enter. Good.
Prepare yourself.
Your robot now has all the components necessary for entering the competition. If you like, you can use your remaining money and weight allowance to add weapons, armor and extras. Your robot is now classed as heavyweight. Your robot is now classed as medium weight. Select which robot you would like to modify, or select an empty slot to start building a new robot. Okay. The robot you have selected is too light to qualify for this tournament. You will have to either add weight to this robot, or select another heavier robot to enter. All right. Hi there. First you will need a body, before you can begin adding other components. Parts are quite expensive here, but you can find cheaper parts in the scrapyard if you're on a tight budget. This robot is now eligible to enter competitions depending on the restrictions. Any weight allowance and credits left can be used to add armor, weapons, and any extra parts you think it needs to brighten it up. All right. This is now a medium weight class robot. Your robot can now enter competitions, as it has all the required components. Extras and weapons can be added until you reach the weight limit. But remember, individual tournaments may have specific restrictions. Good. You have too many electric motors installed for the locomotion setup you have chosen. Your robot is now classed as super heavyweight. You may not be able to enter standard competitions with it. Welcome to the paint shop. Select which robot you would like to give a makeover. Okay.
Unseeded this robot, but showing a lot of potential. It's a middleweight robot. It's a wedge-shaped robot, a very popular shape, allowing them to drive in under other robots. Very highly rated robot, this one. It's seeded second. It's a super heavyweight robot. This wedge shape, very popular among our roboteers, gives them the advantage of being able to get in underneath and tip opponents, of course. The main feature of this arena is the large loading crane continually moving containers around. Best not to get in its way. And you can see the hold of the ship, a handy pit to drop robots into. Spectators on the bridge expecting a good show? Let's not disappoint them, eh? Three, two, one, action! Activate! The crowd are waiting for something to happen here. On a tremendous charge now, speeding across the arena. Not too easy to cut into titanium armor. Not too difficult to cut into the Kevlar armor with the right weapon. My word! There's bits of robot all over the arena! Bumping and banging and banging. Not a lot of damage so far. Immediately attacking, the weapon flicking away. It's got a nasty bite, trying to steer clear of Fang. It's a frisky little number, this robot. Watch out, because the tiger's in town. Not a lot happening here. The crowd want more action. Immediately, it tries to slam down on it. They can't right themselves here. I'm afraid it's game over. Trying hard to cut through the Kevlar. In comes Dead Metal, and it could be time for the scrapyard. The steel armor giving it some defense against the attack. This is classic Robot Wars! Bash, crash, and smash! Looks like a cease!
Robot use. Prepare yourselves.
Great things are expected from this robot. Seeded as it is, first in the competition. It's a heavyweight robot. It's a sort of box wedge-shaped robot with all the advantages of a wedge for tipping opponents over. 3, 2, 1, activate! The crowd getting restless, waiting for them to get going. Tough steel armor. The crowd are waiting for something to happen here, and the impact causing some real damage this time. Wouldn't like to be cleaning the debris from the arena later on. In comes that heavy blade now. The heavy weapon crashing in and making mincemeat of this one. Bumping and banging. Not a lot of damage so far. It's attacking well, but hard to see any damage that time. Not a lot happening here. The crowd want more action. A mighty clunk as it makes contact, but it's tougher than it looks. Only a few scratches this time. Smashing down with that mighty axe blade. The titanium standing up well to the punishment, determined to pound it into submission. And I think it's ready to submit now. Tough steel armor, making it harder to cut into, of course. Tremendous force behind that charge. You can see the huge dents the impact made. Bits and pieces everywhere. You could melt them down, I suppose, and make a whole new robot out of them. Tricky to cut into the titanium, luckily for them. Bash, crash, and smash. Looks like a crippling blow with the force behind that. The steel resisting the blade so far. Metal everywhere. And the crowd love it. The crowd are wondering what's happened here. This isn't what they came to see. They want maiming and slaughter. Not too easy to cut into titanium armor. This has all the makings of a classic battle. The steel armor giving it some defense against the attack. It's made a good start. It's beginning to cause some damage. It crashes in, and that's gonna hurt. Smash, and again, heavy blows from the axe. Bumping and banging. Not a lot of damage so far. And in it goes! A lot of weight behind this robot are making good use of it to cause damage. The axe slamming in on the attack. They can right themselves. Something's wrong. It looks like they're out of the contest. Tough steel armor, making it harder to cut into, of course. The steel armor giving it some protection from the impact. A mighty clunk as it makes contact. And it's tougher than it looks. Only a few scratches this time. What are they doing? They've driven straight into the water and it can't cease!
Robot use. Prepare yourselves.
Definitely in with a chance of surprising everyone, this robot, unseeded today. It's a heavyweight category robot. It's a wedge-shaped robot, a very popular shape, allowing them to drive in under other robots. 3, 2, 1, activate! The crowd are waiting for something to happen here. It's a frisky little number, this robot. Watch out, because the tiger's in town. The steel resisting the blade so far. The titanium standing up well to the punishment. In comes that heavy blade now. This is what Robot Wars is all about. Carnage! It smashes in, but standing up fairly well to this battering. And the impact causing some real damage this time. The steel armor giving it some defense against the attack. Tricky to cut into the titanium, luckily for them. Bash! Crash and smash! Looks like a crippling blow with the force behind that. My word! There's bits of robot all over the arena! Not a lot happening here. The crowd want more action. Hacking away enthusiastically. But they'll be lucky to get a scratch on this tough machine. Tough steel armor, making it harder to cut into, of course. This is classic Robot Wars. Not too easy to cut into titanium armor. And it's taken a real battering with that blow. And the axe easily smashing through there. Chopping away. Can he get a good blow in? The crowd getting restless, waiting for them to get going. The steel resisting the blade so far. The titanium standing up well to the punishment. It's carnage! Devastation! Devastation! It's Robot Wars! A mighty clunk as it makes contact. But it's tougher than it looks. Only a few scratches this time. Wouldn't like to be cleaning the deb. Too easy to cut into titanium armor. Smashing down with that mighty axe blade. Determined to pound it into submission. And I think it's ready to submit now. Tough steel armor, making it harder to cut into, of course. It smashes in, but standing up fairly well to this battering. A good try, but no damage that I can see. And the impact causing some real damage this time. The titanium standing up well to the punishment. Immediately attacking, the weapon flicking away. Bash, crash, and smash. Looks like a crippling blow with the force behind that. Bits and pieces everywhere. You could melt them down, I suppose, and make a whole new robot out of them. The steel resisting the blade so far. The axe chops away, but it'll need more effort behind it to cause damage here. Oh, they want more. Hey, I think they're dead already. Go on, leave them alone. The armor holding out well against the charge. Can the aluminium armor stand up to this? Matilda is hungry. Is she going to get a bite to eat? The axe bouncing off, no damage visible. Dents and scrapes as it bumps and barges around the... Cease!
Robot used. Prepare yourselves.
The 8th seed for the title. Not to be discounted. Could go all the way. It's a heavyweight contender. Three, 2, 1, activate! The crowd are waiting for something to happen here. Coming in for the kill with all its weight behind it. Not too hard to cut into the aluminium, but it's putting up a brave fight. Tricky to cut into the titanium, likely for them. Chopping away. Can he get a good blow in? The heavy weapon crashing in and making mincemeat of this one. Metal everywhere. And the crowd love it. Doesn't even scratch it with the axe this time. It's finding it hard to stand up to the slicing with just the aluminium armor. Not too easy to cut into titanium armor. Smash! And again, heavy blows from the axe. This has all the makings of a classic battle. Not a lot happening here. The crowd want more action. Determined to pound it into submission. And I think It's ready to submit now. Can the aluminium armour stand up to this? Stand up to this. The titanium standing up well to the punishment. And they decide to go for a swim. That's the end of Cease. It's hamburgers all round as they celebrate their glorious victory.